everyone, welcome back to episode number 6 of Adam the Server. So, I want to take you back to the beginning. What our original plan was, and still is making great, delicious food that's super easy for to make for your family. So, we want to go kind of against the grain of the way chefs do things. So we're making these quick, easy meals that you can come home after a long day's work. You get in your kitchen, you can have it whipped up in about 25 minutes. Your family's going to love it. They're always going to be delicious. We're going to have fantastic desserts at the end, which you know are always fast and easy. And stay tuned for next week, because what we've decided is next week we're going to do a secret basket dessert challenge. My kids are going to pick 4 ingredients, secret ingredients. I'm not going to know what they are. They're going to bring them out at the end of the episode next week, and we're going to unveil them, and I have to put together a 2-minute dessert with whatever they choose from the grocery store for me. So that's going to be super fun. Make sure you dial in for that. All right, today we're making chicken Parmesan, one of my most favorite meals on the planet. I love Italian food, and I love this dish. There's going to be a few little shortcuts that we're going to do, so it's easy for you to make at home. Let's do it. All right, now let's put this together. Chicken Parmesan. So this is how we're gonna do this. It's gonna be a little shocking for everyone, but it's gonna be what we're gonna make it nice and easy. I got chicken strips. So I bought these from the store. Number one thing you want is to make sure you get raw chicken fillets. You want to cook the chicken yourself. If it's a pre-cooked chicken, it's gonna be super dry. It's not gonna taste great. And I know a lot of people, especially chefs out there, are like, oh no, you've got your chicken all pre-breaded. You know what? See these hands? They're staying clean. I'm not doing all that breading. There's no need for it. But we're gonna amp it up. Watch what we do here. So I've already cooked the chicken. So 425, just read the ingredients, the directions on the box. 425, nice and browned, almost fully cooked. We're gonna be finishing in the oven. So I'm gonna put the oven on broil right now, because what we're gonna do, in the time that it takes to cook the noodles, today we're using a linguine noodle, so the time it takes 10 minutes to cook these noodles, we're gonna have everything done. What I've already got right here, I've got the pasta sauce. Let me turn the light on for you. So we got the pasta sauce, just pre-bought, stored pasta sauce, just heating up on the oven. Linguine is the noodle I chose today, so with the linguine, a little bit thicker than a spaghetti. I find it kind of holds the sauce a little bit better. So I'm going to put about 3/4 of this box in. That should be sufficient. I'm going to put that in. Touch more, I think. We got that in there. And take my tongs. I'm going to let that get in the water, nice and boiling. So always make sure that you really generously add salt to your boiling pasta water. It's so key. If you don't salt your pasta water, the entire dish is going to be bland. So you make sure you do that every single time. So I'm going to get these noodles in here, and I'm going to cook them for about 10 minutes. Depends on how you like your noodle. If you like a little bit al dente, you know, you can cook it for about 8 minutes. I like mine, I've got a bit of a chew to it, but still fairly soft. So I'm going to cook mine for 10 minutes. Okay, noodles are in the water. I'm going to look at the timer, 6:22. 6:32, those come out. In the next 10 minutes, we're gonna rock up this dish. Watch this. So, what I'm gonna do to make this chicken Parmesan is, in this bowl right here, I'm gonna make a Parmesan topping. So, I got good Parmesan. So you can do the craft Parmesan that's in those little containers. I like to buy, you know, a nice Parmesan like this if I'm making a dish. So it's already pre-grated, ready to go. If you want, you can grate your own Parmesan. It's up to you, but again, we're serving it up. We're not chefing it up. We're just making something super delicious with easy techniques. So I've got my Parmesan. I'm gonna put about, I guess what some people would say, a teaspoon of paprika, but I don't measure anything. I don't want to. I'm just gonna make it how I feel. So I'm gonna put that in. If you wanna take a look at that. Paprika, we've talked about in past episodes. It doesn't add heat, it adds flavor. And then, of course, with everything we do, keep stirring these so they don't stick to the bottom of the pot. They're going nice. Keep an eye on that. Now we're going to put, of course, what we do in everything. Pepper. I'm going to put a generous amount of pepper, and I'm going to put some salt in. Well, that much. So these chicken strips, they're not seasoned really, you know, they just have the coating, and They're pretty good quality. It's just that I don't like to do all the breading. I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get this all incorporated. So make sure you get this all ready to go. You see I got parchment paper on here because once I put this Parmesan mix on top of the chicken, it's going to be, you know, if you get some of this cheese on the pan, you got to scrape it off at the end. You know, with this parchment paper, you just take the paper, crumple it up, throw it in the garbage, and you move on. As simple as that. So I'm going to get these close together because we're going to get these all parmed up. So let me do it this way so you can see a little better. So this is going to be a delicious coating on top. So I got my broiler on right now. So I'm just going to coat these with some Parmesan cheese, pepper, paprika, just like so. It's going to be so good. Watch this. Now you got to be careful when you put this under the broiler. The broiler is 500 degrees. So we can keep this right here and we can sprinkle the rest of that on top of our pasta noodles once they're done. So now, do not leave this under the broiler. You put this under quick, the broiler's blazing. We're going to put that under. We're going to even leave the door cracked so we can keep an eye on it. Now, check it on my noodles, stirring them up. They're getting soft, that's fantastic. Tomato sauce, nice and warm on the stovetop. Now what we have here, I'm going to do in the meantime, so we got time with the chicken cooking in the oven, the noodles over here. I'm just going to get some stuff ready for the final touches. Like I said, serving it up is just easy. We just do simple things. But we're going to add some freshness right here. This is a flat leaf parsley. So if you look at a lot of Italian parsley is a flat leaf like this. So if you get other parsley, it's smaller, kind of more of a dense parsley. What I'm going to do is just run a knife through this. I'm going to put this on top of the pasta once it's cooked. And we're going to do a little butter sauce for that. So, let me get that nicely minced up. So you can keep it a little bit full. And so we're going to keep that for a garnish. Now I'm going to look at my chicken. It's starting to look nice and brown. In the meantime, I'm going to grab one of my frying pans here. We're going to make a butter sauce for the pasta noodles. I'm at 4 minutes, so I still got about 8 minutes, 6 minutes for my pasta. So I'm going to put this pan at just above medium heat. I'm going to put some butter in it. So I'm going to make a butter sauce. Maybe a touch. I love butter. Butter, I think, is better than a lot of things. You know, it's such a natural ingredient. But once you get a little butter sauce going, you're going to absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let the butter melt. We've got a few minutes on the pasta. So I'm going to get this going. And when I return, we're going to finish this off. All right, let's finish this dish off. Here we go. So we got to pull the chicken out of the oven. So it's got a nice browning on top. The Parmesan cheese added a lot of flavor when you put it in the broiler. This is fresh buffalo mozzarella. So you want to get great cheese. I think cheese is obviously what makes this dish. So that's just a ball of fresh mozzarella. So I'm going to cut this up. And I'm going to place it on top of the chicken. And then I'm going to put the chicken back in the oven. So this is nice and ooey and gooey and delightful. So let me just put these on here. Oh, that one matches nicely there. You know, just put them on top like that. It's so easy. There we go. One more piece on here. Now that's going to go back under the broiler. Just get this cheese melted. So I'm going to put this in. And I'm going to turn the broiler off. So it's got that continuous heat from the broiler, but I don't need to be as careful. I'm going to turn the broiler off. The residual heat from the oven from cooking the chicken, and then the heat from the broiler is going to finish that off perfectly. What I'm going to do, our noodles are about 1 minute out, so I'm going to get these ready to go. Our butter sauce, butter's melted, so we're going to get this here. Now, it's called flavor right here. So these are chili flakes. So you don't have to add them if you don't want. If you have young kids, don't put them in there. The kids won't like them. I'm just going to put a bit just for flavor. So now I'm going to take dried basil. So what you can do, I just go to the bulk section in my grocery store. That costs like 50 cents. This costs like 30 cents, but it'll last you like 5 meals because you don't need a lot of this stuff. It's dried, so it enhances the flavor. Basil, butter, chili flakes, of course salt. So I get unsalted butter because I always want to add my salt when I want to add it. Fresh pepper. Get that going. The noodles are going to be done. We're going to finish these off. I'm going to get my strainer. I'm going to strain the noodles. And watch what we do here. I'm just going to strain these out. I know it's done. It's been almost 10 minutes. Now, you don't have to strain every last drop of water. People often think, get every last drop out, but I'm just going to let it sit for 1 second and go right into my pan. Now, look at that. I guess that's chefing it up, isn't it? Look at that. Getting that butter sauce in there. Get a little toss on it. Now I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. We're going to use our paprika Parmesan cheese. I'm going to take it off the heat a bit. And at this point, I'm just going to take a touch out for my daughter because she doesn't want to have all the cheese on it. So I'm just going to take some noodles, put them on a plate over here. You do it for your kids too, I'm sure. They don't want to have all that cheese on top. Just going to put that to the side. Now I'm going to toss the remainder of my cheese, paprika, salt and pepper. And we're going to toss this up. Check on my, oh, it's looking so good. Wait till we pull this out. Okay, so we got this going. So it's basically a butter sauce, a little bit of herbs, touch of spice. Looking really good. So when you pair this with the chicken, the tomato sauce, and the mozzarella, when you get all the bites together, it's like a rosé. It's like one of the most amazing things. And so, let me plate this up for you. So, chicken's coming out. Look at that. See the residual heat? We got the Parmesan cheese, nice and toasty. Melted mozzarella. These are gonna be fantastic. Let me plate this up for you. So, we're gonna start like this. The way I wanna do it is, I'm gonna take my sauce and I'm gonna put it at each end. You've got that nice crispy chicken, so you don't want to, bathe it in the sauce. That's the way I feel. Some people put the tomato sauce right on top of the chicken. And I find if you're making crispy chicken, why would you put sauce on top of it? I actually put it on each corner. And so what I'm gonna do, take this beauty over here. Let's go with this one. We're gonna put each corner on the sauce. So when you're plating it, it appears like there's sauce underneath the whole thing, but there's not. Now, I'm going to take the sauce to the noodles here. So the chef would probably twirl them up, make them all fancy, but we're not chefing it up, we're serving it up, we're making it nice here. So I'm just going to put this on the plate. Next to that, I did give a little twist on the end just for a touch of height. This is our parsley. I'm just going to put that on top. And that's the dish. So simple, so easy, so flavorful. It's fantastic. Now, you ready for this? We're going to bang off our 2-minute dessert. Today we're going to make a peanut butter chocolate smoothie in this blender right here. Watch this. I'm going to do this super quick. So, get your blender. I got my ice cream in the fridge because I want it a little bit melted so that when you put it in there, you don't have to dig it out of the container. So I'm going to take this, make sure all my elements are off here, everything's off. Now, check this out. Peanut butter chocolate, my favorite thing. This will be our dessert at the end. I'm just going to make one right now just to show you how it's done. I'm going to take some milk out of my fridge. A little bit of milk. Couple of ice cubes. We're just going to put some milk in there like so. I'm going to take some ice cubes. I'm going to take 2. Just to add a little bit of, just to chill it down a bit more, add a little bit more texture to the dish. And then we're just going to blend this up. it blends the way you want it to. You just add a little bit more milk. Once it starts to move, there you go. Now, this is how we're going to serve it up. So, we're going to take this. We're going to put this in the cup. See that? It's delicious. Now, I'm going to leave a little room on the top because it's a little bit messy because I'm trying to do it quick. But that's okay. We like to make a mess in the kitchen. We're having fun. I'm going to finish it off with my usual whipped cream. I'm going to leave some space on top because the final touches are going to be one of our signature Valentine's Day presents right here. I don't know where they went. Here they are. So, it's our Valentine's Day peanut butter chocolate heart. We're going to put this on top as a garnish. And there we have it. Peanut butter, chocolate, whipped cream, milkshake with a chocolate heart on top for Valentine's Day. Let's bring it over here so we can show it all together. Here we have it. Another creation by Adam the Server, chicken Parmesan, delicious tomato sauce, fresh mozzarella, a butter sauce on our noodle, and you're gonna end your meal with a fantastic chocolate peanut butter milkshake with a nice Valentine's Day chocolate heart. I hope you enjoy. I'll see you next week when we create something awesome.